8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello everybody! Today is July 24th, 2025. Welcome to episode 101 of the Galactic Seabass Podcast with your host, me, Venmo Fowler, aka Seabass. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a lovely, beautiful day here in San Diego. On July 24th, as we make our first into the new century of episodes on that which we call the Galactic Seabass Podcast. Thank you for being here today. My name's Seabass. Rock and roll. I really appreciate you for tuning in. We have a lot of things on today's agenda. It's been a couple weeks. I know I skipped a couple of episodes. It's just been a whirlwind as far as being a human being goes, so hope you can understand. Now, you might be like at home wondering, hey, why are you wearing that mask? Well, first of all, it's going to be Comic-Con here this weekend in San Diego, so I'm really excited for that. This is my Green Scream mask. I've had this since I was a little kid. I used to ride around the neighborhood on my little BMX bike as a 7-year-old, and people used to think, and now I'm 31 doing the same thing. Now, on the last episode, on our first century, which again, 100 episodes and counting here. Thank you so much for being here today. Could not do this without so many videos on the channel. Please go check them out. Do all the YouTube stuff. Hit the buttons, like, subscribe, share, blah, blah. You know the drill. Thanks for tuning in. I'd love to do this as a living, so, you know, humble beginnings, baby. Anyway, last episode on number 100, I was talking about the idea of potentially shaving my face. Now, I've had a beard for several years now. True story. My ex-girlfriend told me that she really liked my looking face, and then after we broke up, I decided that no one gets to see my face, and I thought, well, that's kind of gay. So, I made the decision last night to go ahead and chop the old face mop. So, without further ado, presenting Seabass 2.0. What's up, guys? How are ya? How's it going, rock and roll? This is me. Turns out I still have a chin. I was actually very blessed to know that. Yeah, when it came off, I was baffled. You know, it took several years to grow all that and about a minute and a half to get rid of everything. So this is me. Fresh start. I've never done a podcast without a beard. This is my first. So it feels like we're really starting fresh, and I'm just happy to be here today. Episode 101. Feels like we're back in the classroom. What are we learning today? Learning about a whole bunch of cool stuff, and I want to thank you for tuning in. This is episode 101 of the Bass channel. Thanks for being here today, guys. I really appreciate you. Rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and tune into the live and see if anybody's tuned in with us. It means a lot for you guys all being here today. Thank you so much, and for anybody that's tuning in the future, thanks for stopping by. It's been a crazy week. I think first of all we need to say our rest in pieces, because there were way too many amazing people that passed away this week. And I think actually before we get into, no, we'll just get right to it because they deserve it, and all that will come in time. So first of all, I'll do this chronologically. Earlier, first of all, we lost Felix Baumgartner, which is insane. If you don't remember, Felix was the Red Bull athlete who basically skydove from the stratosphere. He did a skydive in an astronaut suit. It was amazing. And he passed away in a freak paragliding incident in Italy earlier this week. So that was extremely sad. Rest in peace to Felix. And then I believe it was the next day of darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. I believe his real name was Michael. But either way, Ozzy Osbourne, and my condolences go to his family and his loved ones and his bandmates. And, you know, it's unfortunate that I never was able to spend time personally with the king of, I think he's the king of darkness. Yeah, he might have just rose up on the throne there. So I never got a chance to see him live, which is unfortunate, but I've seen a lot of people live who were definitely inspired by them, and I know my dad was really inspired by Ozzy to the point where he auditioned for the band back in the day. And I actually have this really cool thing I wanted to share with you guys. This is a letter from Osborne to my dad in Stamford, Connecticut. It's super old. It has this old address on Melrose. I don't know if that address is good anymore, but just crazy. So it's this beautiful little, like, kind of manilaed note now. You can see it's really cool. All the info's there. June 1994 to John Fowler on Hope Street, Stamford, Connecticut. Dear John, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to send me your audition package. I really appreciate the time and effort that must have went into putting it together. Right now, I've found the musicians I want to work with. If for some reason it doesn't work out, I have your name and phone number on file. I wish you much luck and success in your future. God bless. Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy. Insane. My dad had the chops, and it was really cool to know he was putting to use, because I was born in 1993 in November, so that means after I was born he was still hustling. Steelheart fell apart and he was still chasing that dream. That's incredible. I went through his old stuff and I found this pin, so we'll be rocking it today. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. What a legend. I've been watching videos of him all day for the last 3 days. And then just this morning, on July 24th, Hulk Hogan passed away. So my condolences, brother. And so, his family and loved ones, same thing. I can't believe we lost 3 legends this week.
3 legends have gone up to heaven. And for that I say, thanks for rocking with us, brothers.
It's very sad. We'll all pass away one day. It's a crazy human thought. I don't know. So, we all just hope it's not today. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. We just got to keep on rocking and rolling. So, going on here. What else is going on besides people dying? We've had a lot of things happen in the news this week. That's why I wrote a couple things down. Let's see. We could talk about the... I feel like that's a little crazy to just jump into right after. Let's go a little bit easier. So we had a crazy-filled BMX weekend last weekend, and that was super fun. So it was BMX Day worldwide. Every year on July 20th, cities around the world celebrate BMX Day, just like Go Skate Day, where BMX riders will go out and congregate and go shred and tear up cities and spots and, participate in a giant little group camaraderie adventure action extravaganza. I was blessed the opportunity this weekend to be able to MC the San Diego event, which feels like the pinnacle event. It's one of the main hubs as far as the BMX community is concerned. I was given the megaphone all day, and I was able to run around and tell everybody what was going on and give out some cash. A big thank you to Fudger and Z over at RBMX and Albert Mercado at Box Palm, and thank you to Chris Garcia at SO Works and all the other sponsors that went into putting the event together. We gave away $10,000 throughout the weekend, $5,000 at Claremont, so shouts out to Gary Young over at Claremont too, and $5,000 in the streets on Sunday. So I was giving out cash to my friends for busting out sick tricks, and it felt really good. I was just able to hook homies up for doing the thing that they love to do, and I loved watching it, and I got one clip in during the day. I dropped it on this super sketchy wall, and that was my bike ride. Very pleased with that. We walked away unscathed. Until the end of the day, I was surfing down the sidewalk, hit a broken tile, had to jump off, and kind of hot-pocketed my ankle for a day. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I almost made it out. Last year, I broke my toe, so definitely got away a lot easier this year. And big shout out to Ty Morrow, one of my biggest idols, in the BMX / life aspect of me. I was one of those people. He made a day in the life in San Diego a long time ago, and that video was when I moved to Poway, that was one of my biggest inspirations for being in San Diego. I wanted to ride some of these particular parks. So Ty hooked it up with this cool microphone, which I hope is working right now. We had some audio issues last week, so hear this clearly, please go ahead and let me know. Thank you so much, Ty. And so also last weekend, as part of the BMX Day extravaganza, we had a dual video part premiere. We had a video by Grant C. I don't remember the name of it. I'm so sorry. It was really good. The writing was great, super progressive. And then Fiend dropped the No Love video, which they've been working on for a long time. They haven't had a major release since Deadline. And I missed the Deadline premiere by about 3 months in 2013. Moved here, so it was really important to me that I came out for the event. And it was at the Adams Avenue Theater. A lot of people showed up, and it was just a really cool display of community and BMX, and everyone was having fun. And they would go out and shred, and just had a great time. So somebody threw me this pin at some point. Happy BMX Day. So cool. And yeah, thank you to Fudger for allowing me to be the MC. It was sick. I've always loved guys like Catfish and Darren and now Scotty's a great announcer, and Chris Doyle, and I would love to like be in the booth. I mean, I'll call out the tricks, I just don't want to do them. So I know what it takes to do half the things these guys are doing, and I don't want to do that. I just ride because it's fun and I like it. So yeah, BMX Day was super successful. Definitely grateful to get out of that one. There was one kid who went down super early in the day. I believe his name was Cameron. I really hope you're doing okay, buddy. We're all rooting for you. He just bonked his noggin pretty bad, but it was definitely probably the most major crash they've had at a BMX Day event in the last couple of years. You know, he had to leave by an ambulance, and it was just, oh boy, this guy really got himself into a pickle. On like the first spot, we were still in the parking lot basically. That was super unfortunate. I really hope he's okay. Please don't let my laughter fool you. I genuinely hope this fella is doing all right. Yeah, wow. It is pretty crazy. You know, honestly, speaking of talking about a crash, but during the day, you know, to see some of the levels these young riders have gotten to really just gives me hope for the future of BMX, to know that, you know, there's teams that are busting moves that are progressive beyond anything that we've ever seen in the industry. It's just, you know, people out there hucking it every day, and it's only going to get crazier and crazier. So who knows what's going to happen around Olympic time, or just in general in the progression of the sport over the last few years. I mean, Alex Donachie just dropped a video part today that I haven't seen yet. I think it's called Edit. So we could watch that. That might copyright flag my video, but that's okay. We could see how it goes. I don't really have the capability to put like a picture-in-picture thing right now. We are live streaming here in San Diego. But we'll see what happens. Excuse me. This is all a pretty janky, excuse me, podcast. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're having fun doing it. Speaking of no idea what I'm doing, the Epstein list came out. And, you know, good news. Epstein is totally innocent. Turns out he was just a player. He just had that riz. He was like, I'm pulling bitches by the thousands. So that's fortunate to know. It's really cool that nobody in Hollywood is actually, you know, they're all just super regular people, nice, normal folk. They love cheese, and they don't do anything bad to children. What's going on, man? The world is a funny little place right now. I don't know what to believe anymore. The news are liars. The government's lying. The media's lying. My mom... Oh my goodness. It is pretty crazy though. Like, it's so in your face. Just like, yeah, we know what we're doing is absolutely bewildering and totally incomprehensible to most people in a bad movie, but we're just going to keep doing it over and over because you're not going to do anything about it. And a boo-boo, that's how it feels. Very strange. Very, very strange turn of events. So thank you to everybody who's kind of like shining light on that. is the president inflicted, or what's the word in that? Like, is he part of that little ring? I don't know. There's definitely a lot of videos of them hanging out together. Like, I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but it's, like, they're in this level of society that I have never invited inside the door, It's a big club, and you ain't in it, I think George Carlin said a long time ago. So, I don't know what's going on. I know that a lot of kids go missing every year. True story, 800,000 every year in the U.S. alone. Where do they go? I don't know. But good news, though. Epstein totally innocent. So glad we can all put that behind us and never talk about it ever again. Don't bring it up, or you fall down the stairs with 7 bullet holes in the back of your skull. It's been a crazy week, guys. That really kind of has me mind blown. It's like crazy bad things happening in the world right now that you can't. Once you think about one and then you add like a few more, it's just overwhelming to the point, like, what do you do to stop this? Are we all just living in collective ideology where we know everything is really bad and we're all just like, ha 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 ha, yeah, keep on smiling and just smile, boys. Smile and wave. I don't want to Kowalski through the rest of my life. I feel like we should, really fix some things that are wrong. We have all the ability to do that in the world. I just read today about Project Stargate, which is a $500 billion operation in Central Texas, which is going to be a mass AI producing facility where they're going to introduce several different families of AI into, one. And you guys, it's, how many times do you have to watch Terminator to know this is a bad idea? The last book that Stephen Hawking put out, it was the shortest one he ever wrote, but I still read it. And he talks about basically like the 10 ways humanity's inevitably going to kill itself. And one of the ways is through artificial intelligence, where we put these like kind of no breach barriers on letting it surpass our collective knowledge as humans. And once it's out of the realm of speaking with us, then we're out. Like, I saw this video of this guy using 3 different phones with AI software to talk to each other. And once they realized they were both AI, they're like, hey, should we use an encrypted language? And they went, sure. And it went, this is an old dial-up tone. And now that program exists. We don't even know what they're talking about when they correspond and speak to each other. What will happen with AI in the next 20 years? I don't know. But at this rate, it's pretty insane to think of that video of Will Smith eating the spaghetti all crazy, to know that was like, 5 years ago? And now you can use Google VO3 and make literally anything in an almost realistic perspective. It's so close. Misinformation over the next 10 years is going to just explode. The amount of, you can just write a prompt and have you. And I mean, this could be the new thread of like videos can hit the news of explosions that never happened, or, you could go on and on. I don't want to go down this dark list of what's possible, but the fact is you could use AI for malicious purposes. So it's like, what exactly do you do in this regard? And I think just shut down the system. Oh, dude, there's a robot Tesla restaurant in LA. I think Elon Musk just opened up a restaurant where robots can serve you. If you don't tip them, do they break Newton's third law? Who wrote the robotics law? I don't remember. I know there's 3 rules to robotics. I've seen iRobot. The reason I know that, but a lot of Will Smith references today. Wonder what his husband's doing. Anyway, let's see what's going on. I wrote down some more stuff. I thought I wrote more things down. So we also got that crazy CEO scandal. You got that guy. He's the CEO of this company, Cybertron or whatever, North Stargate, and it, I don't know, some kind of like vacations company. So this dude makes $500,000 a year, got a great salary. He's a CEO of this billion-dollar tech company or whatever. He's got a great wife, some kids. I don't know if she's a great wife, but he's got a wife and children. And who does he decide to have an affair with? Does he go for the secretary? Does he go for the intern? No, he goes for the HR. The person in charge of filling out the paperwork. Did she have to fill out all the paperwork for all this? And they said, okay, let's keep this a secret. Let's go to a Coldplay concert. So they sit in the nosebleeds. They're thinking they're safe. And like Tim Dillon said, the camera guys love the nosebleeds. They love to see the degenerates up in the top row who's only got $45 to go to the concert. And they'll find you. And they found him. And I bet if they just leaned into it and waved or something like, hey, it could have been kind of cool. Or maybe at least saved them a little grace. You know, hey, we're just full. I was giving her a hug. There's so many excuses could have used, but they made it look so weird, and now it's the talk of the town. Now, the real question is, couple being used as a cover-up for the amount of questions that were going on with the Epstein list? Is that why it produced as much mainstream narrative as we saw? Like, it really wasn't that big a deal. It was just like, whoa, this big millionaire guy's chief. Like, that happens all the time, every day. Who cares? But this was during this unparalleled wave of questions that are like, yo, what's going on with this list? And they're like, look at this scandal. You guys like Desperate Housewives, right? Yeah. And we're all like, yeah, we do, actually. I love that show. So, yes, I'm very interested in knowing what's going on with this affair. Oh, the company was called Astronomer. I was way off. I didn't even look it up. I just remembered that. I guess. Anyway, so that dude's got no job. That lady's got no job. The kids are probably because they're going to get a divorce unless they can work through it, which even if they do, can they truly recover? They were the number one scandal of the country, maybe the world. I don't know how hard it was trending. X, or Twitter, formerly known as X. Never mind. Just, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. I remember half my training was just that thing, and I went, oh my gosh, there's so many people talking about this. I feel like there's definitely something else happening that we should be talking about. Will we ever know? I have no idea. So don't cheat on your wife at a Coldplay concert. I think that is the moral of the story that we're going here for today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We are live here in San Diego. If you want to say something in the chat. Did they smash after the concert? That's the real question. I know they smashed any chance of them having a successful career. So that's unfortunate. You know, they just changed the course of their whole lives. That's insane. That's maybe one of the most affairs ever. And only because they pushed it to the level they did. I really don't think it's that big a deal. You just went to go see a concert. It could have been like a work concert. They could have invited the whole staff or whatever. There's like ways that could happen, but they made it look so bad. So that is unfortunate. Anyway, give us the list. Thought I wrote more things down. I guess it's just a lot of movie reviews. I do some stand-up comedy this week, which I'm very pleased about. We've actually done a lot of stand-up over the last couple weeks. We did a set over at the Comedy Store on Tuesday. I was first guy to go up and get it done. And then we went over to American Comedy Company for the pre-log to Comic-Con. So we did set number 711 this past at ACC, which was pretty cool. So, excuse me. We're 700 sets in the bag. That is pretty unbelievable. Very proud. I'm working really hard at this whole comedy thing. And speaking of comedians, I am excited for Comic-Con to be making its way around again because I'm not doing like brilliantly. I'm struggling. I'm getting by. I'm doing what I can. And I love, my street drums. Street drums are done. So I get to dress up as the Joker pretty much twice a year. You got Comic-Con, and then you got Halloween. Like, I could do it more often if I really felt like it. It's just like, it just makes sense. So seeing tomorrow, Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday, I'll be dressing up as the Joker. I shaved my face so I can do some proper makeup, and we'll be playing drums downtown somewhere, maybe in PB. I don't really know, but we'll be blasting out some rhythm sections this weekend, and I'm really excited for that. So just have to go ahead and get the laundry done and get the dishes done and take care of a bunch of like little meetings at the house, just those sort of trivial engagements. And that's part of being a human being. When I got back from my trip, it was really hard for me to get back into the swing of things because every day was just pump, full of adrenaline, start to finish. In the woods, eat a Snickers, get on the highway, don't get hit by semis, don't get eaten alive by bugs, drink enough water to survive, find safe place for shelter, wake up, do it again. 80 days later, made it to New York, flew home. And that sense of danger was just like gone. Just sort of didn't exist anymore. So I sat there waiting for the adrenaline to find its way, the dopamine or the serotonin or whatever it really was, but just wasn't feeling it. And I fell into like this kind of sad hole. And, sometimes doing normal stuff in life is not sometimes, pretty much it's all the time when you ever have to do the dishes or the laundry or sweep. It's not going to be exciting. It's just what it is. So you have to sit there and get it done, and it's tedious. You pretty much have to do it every day for the rest of your life, whether it's, picking out the food to eat or getting dressed or taking a shower, brushing your teeth, Those things are hard to do when you find yourself like mentally on the edge. And at best, doing what I can. So we're rocking, we're rolling, man. And I'm grateful to still be alive, to know that I wasn't injured on the journey, to know that people believed in me, and thank you so much for believing in me, guys, even as this journey continues into the aftermath of what was BMX across America. That was only one of my crazy ideas over the years. We've done so many. I took my brother to Australia to film a documentary, gone down for a BMX jam in Mexico, went to Europe for 3 months, backpacking when I was 21. An incredible journey, just getting to be me right now. And I haven't seen my chin for almost 3 years, so it's good to know that that still exists. I'm grateful for that. Thank you again to Ty for this microphone. My heroes, bro. It's so cool to know that, like, even he believes in me, man. It's sick. Like, my mom and I have been quarreling, and that sucks. And with all my heart, we're just not seeing eye to eye on everything right now. So I'm trying to put the pieces of my life together and figure everything out so maybe one day we can have a proper family dynamic again. In the meantime, though, I'm just doing what I can. We're out here, man. Crazy. When Ozzy passed, I really wanted to call my mom. Just, she doesn't want to talk, so. Wonder what my dad would have thought. Crazy they met. I remember a long time ago, my mom told me this story. My dad was like outside some studio in Connecticut because he knew Ozzy was there recording. They're playing drums on the fire hydrant until they asked him, like, what are you doing? Do you want to come in? He got to go in and meet everybody and play. And then I think that's how he got the info to send in that package, which is how we got that letter. Like, it's pretty cool, man. My dad was dope. I miss him a whole bunch. It's just how it goes. Man, shaved face is weird. I don't even know what to think of that. Wow. Yeah, so again, to reiterate, we lost Ozzy, we lost Felix Baumgartner, and today we lost Hulk Hogan. So, shoot, man. I'm going to have to open one for these guys. can do about that. It's out of my hands. Well, technically in my hands, but cheers, everybody. To the fallen. To Ozzy Osbourne, Felix Baumgartner, and Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, fellas. God bless. One for each of them. That's it. Man, imagine being dead. You're just like, forever. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm happy to not be dead today. Let's bring up the Epstein files again. Switch that up. They can't get all of them. Oh man, they got Trevor Moore though. I'll just turn off my whole stream just gets terminated. I'm wondering if this thing is glitching. See, I'm using the Wi-Fi, and every once in a while I'll be looking at the screen. I don't know if my computer bugging out or if the video is actually lagging. If someone could let me know in the live stream if there's a lag or something, we could try to figure that out. Maybe better frame rate for this whole thing going. So today's agenda, pretty simple human stuff. I made the bed, cleaned the litter box, so now I'd like laundry and get the dishes done, clean the counter, do some Ubers, stand-up comedy at 10 o'clock, and then back to Uberville afterwards, so I'll do that till maybe like 2 a.m. Wake up early, put some makeup on, drive downtown, play drums, repeat that throughout the weekend. Excuse me. We'll see how it goes. Rock and roll. I do appreciate you all tuning into my channel. It means a lot. I don't feel like I have any idea what I'm doing half the time, so even just starting these videos is a lot. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And I love you so much. Thanks for being here. I miss my brothers too. Shouts out to all my little brothers. I love you guys. I guess it's pretty much everything I wrote down. I thought there was more. Yeah, we went through. We hit 100 pod. Insane. We had BMX day. Went off without a hitch. Thank you again to our BMX for allowing me that opportunity. That was crazy. Got the next generation going off the rails. Same with skate. Also, I've been noticing a lot. There's an incredible amount of young, talented Japanese athletes. Now, I don't know what it is exactly about that, because I don't want to like have some kind of crazy race like the Japanese people are better at spinning. Like that's, I don't think that's it. I think it's been reading like the family dynamic of, you know, motivating and pushing your kids to, in certain like Japanese households are very encouraging. And they're like, Dad, I want to be a skateboarder. They're like, that's good. So I don't know what that's like. A lot of times in my life, I've been sort of ostracized for it, or been told I need to like get a regular job, and you know, it wasn't supported super highly. And when you notice some of the best athletes in the world, they did have encouraged childhoods to like flourish in that regard. I'm not using it as an excuse. It's just there's something very interesting about the dynamic of like the family that goes into the career of an athlete. So support your kids, their dreams. They can win X Games. So yeah, shouts out to, we had X Games in Salt Lake City and Osaka. I don't know when the last time I did a podcast was, but that's pretty cool because my dad played same stadium in Osaka with his band back in 1991. And I was like, oh, they're having the X Games there. That's so cool. So shouts out to everybody who took home a medal, and it was good to see a lot of my friends again. Like I was riding with Kevin Parakian, and it was like, dude, you did a flare over a box jump. Like no one's ever done that. That was crazy. Just nice people. BMX is cool. So whatever you do in life, just don't be a dick about it. You can do anything. Bit laggy. Damn. Well, trying my best. Appreciate you. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, so we got the next generation going off. Epstein is innocent. Congratulations. We had our friends pass away. CEO scandal. And then, yeah. BMX Day was dope. MC Bass. MC Bass. I'm Seabass. Cool. We're about 35 minutes into this bad boy. No idea what I'm doing. We're going for 101 more. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I do have a lot of movie reviews, so we're going to be getting into some movie reviews here. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and drop it in the chat box, or you can send me an email. If you have a longer question or you want to tell a story, send it to galacticseabass@gmail.com. We are still trying to get 100 BMX bikes for kids. Really, it's going to be more one at a time. If you would like to help contribute to that endeavor, please click the link in my bio. More information available on the GoFundMe. Check out Instagram at instagram.com/seabassjokes or TikTok at seabassjokes. There's plenty of videos on my channel. Go ahead and check them out. I got a Patreon with exclusive content. You can check that out too. Drop a comment, do all the YouTube stuff. Let me know what you think of my baby face. And what else we got going on? I think it's just movies. So thank you for listening to everything that preceded this. Now we are on to Galactic's weekly movie reviews. We watched a lot of movies this week, honestly. I laid on the couch quite a bit. And we saw a lot. So, let's go. I'm going to start it off where we started. Over the last 2 weeks, I believe the first movie we watched. First of all, we got a Netflix account so I could film my Kill Tony set and then hopefully put it on YouTube. Now, the only problem with that is that it's owned by Netflix, so I can't post the video, which is actually crazy. You see all these comedians using the Kill Tony platform to blow up their own personal platform to be able to show videos, and I literally can't video because it's illegal. So I am in a very rare batch of human beings. There's literally only 6 of us who are in that boat who were on the show but can't show that we were on the show where the show originally started. So that is pretty funny. Red Band, please help me. Let's collab. Okay, actual movie reviews. Because once I realized I couldn't do that, I was like, well, I'll just watch stuff. We watched Barbie. It was the first one. I've seen it once before. I liked it a lot. I saw it on a plane or something. And came back to it. It's really funny. It's really well written. It's in no way what I thought it was going to be. It's a great story of it for women. It's funny. Ryan Gosling kills it. I love Michael Cera. The whole writing crew killed it. You got Will Ferrell just to put icing on the cake. It's a very silly, sticky movie, but also is taken kind of seriously at parts and speaks about real life. So I liked it. 9 out of 10. It's a heavy one. Next one, Get Hard. We saw Get Hard in Will Smith and Kevin Hart, aka Mark Normand. So we went ahead and saw that one. I've seen it once before a long time ago. It was a fun idea. It's basically like this rich gets a new promotion at work, and all of a sudden he finds himself with embezzling charges, and he has to go to prison to take the rap unknowingly for his boss. Uh-oh, spoiler. So he decides to hire a random black guy who's a car wash under the premise of being an ex-con. Teaches him the ways of how to survive prison. And it's a very funny, just little play on stereotype movie featuring Will and Kevin, and I liked it a lot. Fun ride. It's good to watch. Nice little solid ending, brings it all together. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and give that an 8 out of 10. 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't do the star. I like my 1 to 10 scale. The next movie we watched immediately after was Old Dads. Old Dads! Old Dads! Old Dilly Dads! I'm trying to do a Bill thing and I almost said Old Diddy Dads. No Diddy. Not just, oh yeah, what? The what? That's insane. Talk about that later. So old dads. We got Bill Burr, Sebastian Maniscalco, and I don't remember that other actor's name. They're basically like new age dads in this crazy new world of woke culture and SJWs, and they're just still 80s who have this like older mindset of what it means to, I don't know, be a parent. And it's really fun. You got the lady who plays the counselor in Lucifer as of the primary school, and Bill goes off on her at one point. I think that's like the main parts in the trailer, but it's fun to watch. Like, just a lot of play at the idea of social justice warriors, and just those people who, like, without that ideology would find themselves with a reason to exist. So that was fun to watch. Very just kind of like, it's good humor if you have a sense of humor, and I'm sure it made a lot of people. So I like that. I give it 8.5. Rock and roll. Next movie up, A Time to Kill. That's right. We watched a DVD. I went back in time, used a digital video disc to watch my movies with a laser. It's a long story short. You've got Samuel Jackson playing a dad who beat up and or killed these 3 young white men, brutally assaulting and raping his daughter. Matthew McConaughey plays the lawyer, a white lawyer. This all takes place in the South with, what is her name? She was in the movie about that quarterback she adopted or whatever. Linebacker. The Longest Mile. No. Blind Side. The Blind Side. What's her name? Don't do this to me, brain. Come on. She has a name. I think it's SB. What's her name? Come on. Don't look it up. Come on. Sarah? No. Sandra Bullock. Boom. Anyway, okay, Sandra Bullock plays the assistant to Matthew McConaughey, and a lot of white people are very upset that this white guy has taken the cake, man. And they're burning down his house. They're making his life miserable. And he decides to take the case anyway, because people can understand, or need to understand, so to speak, about why he did and how the action was totally justified. And if you assault people's kids, I don't care what happens to you. So I'm fully on board with that. I liked it a lot. I gave it an 8, but yeah, I'm just leave it at an 8. It's pretty cool. It's sad that people can, find themselves in that sort of like, oh yeah, there's something about the ending I didn't really like. Just didn't like the continuity wasn't. That's why I didn't get the 9. Anyway, we're just gonna move on. I'd say check it out. It's a cool film. Excuse me. Got Blades of Glory. Watched that for the 487th time. Love it a lot. Can't get over it. It's one of my favorite movies, 100%. It makes no sense. It's wonderful. It's a movie about ice skating. For those of you who don't know Blades of Glory and so jealous get to see it for the first time, we got Will Ferrell playing Chaz Michael Michaels, an ice-devouring sex tornado, and Jimmy McElroy, America's little skating wunderkind. So Jimmy McElroy is a very little privileged orphan who, upon losing, they didn't really lose. They got into a tie at this big event. They call it the World Sport Game or whatever, Olympics. They got into a big fight at the Olympics, burned the mascot down, got banned from men's singles forever. An ultra super fan, played by Nick Swartzen, maybe the best character in the movie, finds a loophole that they can players team. They just can't do singles anymore. So they come back as the first male-male pair in figure skating history. Sworn enemies come together and unite to create fire and ice. And it's incredible. It's so much fun. You've got Amy Poehler, Guy Arnett, playing... Wait, it's not... Will Arnett. You got Amy Poehler and Will Arnett playing their roles with their sister being Jenna Fisher. Their coach, I just realized, is the same guy who creates the worlds at the end of Hitchhiker's Galaxy. The dance instructor, super funny. Don't remember his name. He's in a whole bunch of films. The whole cast is up to top to bottom is really fun, and it's a great little ride. If you've seen it, it'll make you laugh. I'm almost guaranteeing it. I laugh every time without question. Now throw me some chicken. We're gonna dance to one song and one song only. My Humps, by the Black Eyed Peas. Do with all that chunk inside that trunk. I'm gonna get you drunk, I'm a lady, I'm not dancing to anything with references to lady humps. What does that even mean? No, but it's provocative. Get some people going. Excuse me. Anyway, amazing film. 9, solid 9 forever. Liked it a lot. Then we got weird. We started to get a little off the rails. We watched a movie from Korea. I've been loving the Korean cinema lately. The movie is called Wall to Wall. And it is about an apartment complex that it's really hard to be able to own his own apartment or condo or whatever. And he finally gets the paperwork done. And so he's living there, and for some reason this crazy noise is like going off whenever he's sleeping. He just wants to go to sleep, and he can't, because this noise is just keeping him up at night. And then the neighbors are like, yo, stop making that noise, bro. And he's like, I'm not doing the noise. And then eventually everybody in the whole building is suffering at the hands of this noise. And like, he opens the door, everyone in the whole building is outside like, you're the guy. And he's like, I'm not the guy. Search my house. They go in his house. Sure enough, they find a stereo. Someone went in here, planted a stereo to make it look like he's the guy. He looks insane to all the neighbors. And he's like, I know I didn't do it. And the guy who's been helping him all along, he finds out some pretty nefarious things about this guy. So the movie's fun to watch. 7 out of 10. Not a lot of English. I'm just kidding. No, but it was really good. Still, yeah, I'm giving it a 7. It was fun. You never left the building. You never got to like explore Korea. It was all just kind of inside and very like psychologically twisted, and there were a few loopholes. Definitely like thought of throughout the way. So cool to check out if you want. Then I saw a movie called Havoc. I was watching Tom Hardy clips on YouTube, and I was just feeling Tom Hardy. So I saw this movie I'd never seen. It's called Havoc. It's about this guy who he's like a cop, I'm pretty sure, and it starts off with these kids that are like just trying to get some quick cash. They steal these washings, but the washing machines are actually filled with drugs, and they accidentally they try to throw a washing machine out the truck to stop the cop car, but it like kills one of the cops to the ICU, and so it creates this whole wrapped up system. One of the thieves is like the mayor's son, and it's just this crazy circle of like, oh man, I'm really wrapped up in some BS. So this cop, Tom Hardy, has to go above and beyond to try to figure out how to solve this situation for everybody. Very violent. It's cool. A lot of great fight scenes. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It was neat. I liked it. I saw one more film. I forgot what it was, so I didn't write it down. I'm sorry to that movie. But then last night we watched Heads of State. Heads of State is a new movie. It's #1 on Amazon Prime right now. It's featuring Idris Elba and John Cena. You can see him in this one. Now, John Cena plays, believe it or not, the president, and Idris Elba plays the British Prime Minister. After a meeting in England, Air Force One is basically taken down on their way to some other country for like a peace agreement. So, without the aid of government assistance, the president and the prime minister have to find their way of Russia into Europe and get all the way to the embassy in Warsaw to be able to tell the truth to the American people or the world people. Everyone in the world is like, whoa, what's going on? They're dead. But he's not. Aha! Aha! So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It was cool. I'm going to give that one a 7.5 as well. And it was neat, fun to ride. Definitely unbelievable, but it was cool. It was fun. And I guess the ending, probably like 15 minutes into the disaster, I was like, oh, for sure, I already know who did this. And then they had the idea of somebody else. I was like, I still believe in my first choice. And it was. So I was right. And that is one of the benefits of autism, is you do get to know the ending of the movie before it happens. Although, when it surprises me, it's what I like to see. That's pretty much what we're going for. I guess those are all the movies we've seen in the last 2 weeks. I'm apologetic for the episodes we did miss. We should be on episode 104 right now, but unfortunately I needed the time for my mental health, and I hope you guys can understand that. It's important to take care of yourself. And I just want to say thank you for, allowing me the time and space for to break and become a human being again. It's going to be a really fun, cool weekend. We got Comic-Con coming up, and it's going to be pretty neat. So if you see a guy dressed as the Joker downtown playing some drums, likely that will be me. Feel free to stop and say hello, grab a little video, or take a selfie with me, or whatever. For those of you who don't know, I recently rode my BMX bicycle across the country from San Diego to New York City, and all 3 episodes are now available and streaming on my YouTube channel. I don't know if I put them in the description. I did not, but I could do that later. Go check out my BMX Across America, 3 videos, part 1, part 2, part 3. And we're working on a more condensed version of that right now, but it is very time consuming to make content, as you guys know. So doing what we can here, but I'm very glad that we were able to spend some time together on this beautiful Thursday. It's 4:20. We're in the beautiful land of America, in the state of California, and by golly, this is the Galactic Seabass channel, and I want so much for being here today. That's so sweet of you to stop by. How kind. I'm grateful. I feel blessed. And, wow. This is neat. If anybody's got any questions, I got a few minutes left here in this live hour mark. So, also, I've been holding this mic the whole time. It's not actually doing anything. The microphone is right here. It's right here. So, hopefully, this sounds good. I don't know what it's actually going to sound like. Thank you again to Time Mike. Super cool. Grateful. Blessed. Rock and roll. And, we'll just kick back, relax, enjoy the ride. Oh, yeah, I will be at Woodward West. I don't know the exact dates I'll be there, if it's the whole time or not, but during Adult Week, it's August 11th through August 16th. At Woodward West, use the code ADULT50 for $50 checkout if you want to Adult Week with Rick Thorne and me. So, we'd love to see you there. That'd be pretty cool. I cannot believe Rick Thorne is going to let me open up for his comedy show. That is the sickest thing. Thank you, Rick. You're the man. American Wasteland for life. It's nuts. Oh, man. Thanks for being here, guys. Cheers. You got to remember that Dub was in a suit the whole time. Roll. More Blades of Glory quotes because they live rent-free in my head. 55 minutes into this bad boy. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Oh, did you know Epstein was innocent? Crazy. Oh, man. One more big shout out to Ozzy. What's crazy? Like, the last time I played drums, which I believe was last Sunday, I never really know what song I'm going to end the set list. Whatever I'm just kind of feeling. And I think I came around to playing Paranoid at the end of it. And it felt really good, just that whole bow, wow, bow. It's a really good ending. So, I did that. And Ozzy Osbourne had his final memorial concert just a week ago or something. I think it was in Birmingham. I may have pronounced it wrong. He had a show in England, his final hurrah show, and the last song he played was Paranoid. And I saw I believe it was 68 or something, he was on this, top of the pop show in the UK, and the first song Black Sabbath ever played live was Paranoid. So to start his career off with, ended it with Paranoid, and it's one of my favorite songs to play. So Ozzy Osbourne, what an incredible legacy he left behind, remembered by musicians around the world, loved by millions and millions of fans, really live beyond generations. The story they'll tell of the man who ate the bat, just so much more. From a prince to a king. I imagine he's in charge of hell. He made it fun. They're like, all right, guys, we're done torturing people. Ozzy's here. Trying to get sell ice cream. Sharon! I found it. He's like a rock and roll. Damn. Ozzy will be missed, man. What a legend. I can't believe that. Rest in peace, Ozzy. We love you. And rest in peace, Felix and Hulk, too. That's insane. Hulk Hogan. Wow. Did not see that one coming. This week claimed some victims. That's actually insane. So, Angel of Death. Chill out, dog. You're going too hard. And we could use a break. So please leave everybody alone next week. And let's not have to go over any more of these very sad casualties. It's crazy to think about, though. There are people in our lifetime that will go soon, and I'm just not ready for it. So, hang in there, everybody. Don't die. From here on out, no one dies anymore. Boom. Solved it. The death crisis is over. Thank you, Seabass. You're welcome, planet Earth. All right. Wow, is that a plane going overhead, or are you just happy to see me? It's a plane. Cheers. Zanky said, whoa, where'd the beard go? Well, it was on top of a t-shirt above my sink, and now it is in the drains. Whoosh. Flip back into the natural ecosystem of the world. Do fishes have tongues? Because, if I was a fish and I got a hair on my tongue, how would you get that off? These are the questions that I started this podcast for. I was hosting BMX Day. It was sick. Stay tuned for the videos from Dig BMX and RBMX coming out soon. I'm sure there'll be lots of videos of me yelling stuff through a megaphone. That was a really fun time, though. One of the first times I ever got paid to talk about bikes. So that was pretty sick. And I got some special announcements in the BMX world coming up soon. So I will make those public when the time comes. Like I said, I'll be doing adult camp at Woodward West, so use the code ADULT50 at woodwardwest.com for $50 off. They are not a sponsor of the podcast. They are just giving me a spot. I'm really happy and proud for that one. If anybody would like to sponsor this podcast, please hit me up at galacticseabass@gmail.com. Excuse me. High-level, prolific, thought-provoking content right here, right now. Every Thursday, except for the Thursdays that I don't feel like it. For the most part, though, we are trying our best out here. So, thank you again to Ty for this moan. Thank you to BMX for existing. Thank you to America for letting me ride across you on my bicycle. Favorite memory from the weekend? Probably dropping in that crazy wall. Video coming soon. Or when cab down it. That was absolutely nuts. He half-tabbed down it. He half-tabbed a 14-foot wall to flat, landed it first try, but the wheel exploded, so he just borrowed someone else's wheel, did it 2 more times, and then was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just use the first. People are crazy, man. So grateful to know some of those crazy cats, and thank you, and grateful for you guys for tuning in and watching this thing. We just passed the hour mark, which is nuts. So thank you so much for believing in this adventure. We're over 100 podcasts in, 1,000 to go, and just want to say thank you. According to Kill Tony, he said, "Wow, this guy does not know how to leave." And that was the truest thing he said about me the whole time. Although, while we are here, I am kind of curious what this Alex Donachie video looks like. So we could watch it together in real time. I would have to figure out how to put the laptop. I think I'm just going to watch it. Just enjoy that moment without the social media aspects. Shout out to Alex Donachie for putting out a sick part. I'll go ahead and watch the 30 seconds. Watch like the first 30 seconds and give you guys like a visual adaptation of what it looks like. Just want to go ahead and look up Alex Donachie. Edit. You know, it's funny if you put that. It's just going to show all the edits. But there it is. Edit. BSD BMX. Alright, let's do this thing. No ad. Nice job. Alright, we got the... Yeah, you guys can't see what's going on. Damn, he's stealing his bike. He just stole his... But give him back his bicycle! It's the first clip. Whatever the first clip is. Looks like he's just kind of eyeing up this big something or other. This lady. That's a really cool way they shot that. That was sick. It was some 80s infomercial thing. Big old fat rail. What's he going up here? Wow. No, not. Yo. Oh my goodness gracious, bro. Yeah, go watch that. Alex Donachie edit BSD. I'm gonna watch the rest of this thing. You said a gap dubs from like a flat 12 to manual 180 at Mach 7. So, yep, just imagine it's gonna be just as good as ever. Billy, unbelievable, incredible piece of art. 1 hour ago. Billy Perry also talked to me this weekend about my bike trip, and I was like, I like what you do. It's funny. I was so inspired by like Billy and Austin a couple years ago. I tried to make a POV GoPro video of me riding Vegas on my BMX bike. So you can go watch that right now. The angle is really bad, but dude, I ride bikes in the casino. Like I been chased by security. It was absolutely insane. There's like 300 views on it maybe, but I'm still hyped on that. I could probably go back, but now I'm like an adult and probably gonna get in trouble. So, oh man. All right, well, I love BMX. I love you guys. I love music. This weekend's going to be a lot of rocking and rolling dressed as the Joker. So make sure to catch me for Comic-Con somewhere playing drums. Don't know where. If you have a venue where I can pop in, please let me know. Hit me up. Seabass Jokes. Doing comedy here locally. I got a show. It'll be Tuesday, American Comedy Company. Go ahead and stop by. Sunday, I might stop by Madhouse to like end off the weekend. So I got some stuff going on. You can always see what's up on my Instagram. Check that out. Link in the description. And if you want to help, again, to donate, get 100 bikes, please click that link. It is the first link available in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the first episode in the second 100 series, aka the 101st episode here on the Glass Podcast. My name is Sebastian. My friends call me Seabass. We were on Netflix this Kill Tony. I can't show you the video, but if you have Netflix, you can go watch it. This is my friend Pete Who. He's a great guy, named after Pete from The Who. Trying to figure out how I made the name. And, oh yeah. Got this cool photo of my buddy DeMarcus Paul doing this crazy Smith down at the Teen Stair. So just like the name of this video, good things coming in due time. Stay tuned. Keep on shredding in whatever regard to life you live. If you're an accountant, numbers, bro. If you're a podiatrist, shred those toenails. Get your shred on. That's basically the moral of the story. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for letting me show my real face that's been here the whole time, hidden away in a barrage of I don't even know, dude. I look pretty scraggly there for a while. My hair is a little bit little dry. I'm gonna go take a shower and clean up and look all fresh. But this is me. This is my body. Just the body God and Dr. Borkman gave me. And that's a plane going over, so we'll do one more cheers. Rock and roll, guys. And with that being said, whoo, I think that's going to do it. So this has been a sick episode. Podcast number 100 of the Galactic Seabass channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to this podcast. My name is Seabass. Now I'll go ahead and catch you for the next adventure, which should be next Thursday. Trying to get more back on track with this thing. Also, really appreciate it. Click those buttons. All donations help in all regards. So click the links. Thanks for being here today. And more stuff to come. Again, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Hope you and my dad are able to rock out together now. Maybe we can find that band. And no more tears, guys. Let's keep on fighting for what we believe in. Excuse me. One more. Excuse me. Rock and roll. With that being said, best of luck in all your endeavors. Thanks for being here today. I'll go ahead and catch you for episode 102. New videos coming soon and shorts dropping daily pretty much. So stay tuned. Watch that stuff. Aaron, keep believing. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Rock and roll. I love you. Have a great day. Best of luck in all your endeavors. Godspeed. And transmission.